I'm Tactical Pascal, welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. In this video I'm going to show you how to take down the World War II bombers in DCS using your trusty old Warbirds, both Allied and Axis sides. So let's get cracking. There are three bombers that you need to worry about in DCS. The first is the German Ju-88 or Junkers 88. The Douglas A-20 Havoc or Boston if you're in the RAF, and finally the B-17 Flying Fortress. In order to destroy them, you need to know where you're going to want to hit them and how to avoid getting shot down. So here's the arcs of fire of the Ju-88, so where you don't want to be when you're in behind trying to blow up. It has two rearward facing machine guns on the top with an arc of fire up and to the rear. It's got a rear facing machine gun on the bottom, again to the rear and slightly below, and then it's got one at the front. So if you come up from the front and below or from the top front, it's not going to really be able to engage you. And its arcs from above, that's the arc to the rear and then the arc to the front. So as long as you stay out of these cones of fire, you should be fine. So coming in from the side, it's going to be a more difficult shot. You have to do a bit more deflection shooting, but if you vary up and down between the top and bottom guns when you're in behind, you should be alright to target those engines, no problem. And you see here with the Spitfire attack, I come up from behind, I go up and down, so I pop into the top gun's arc of fire, then the bottom gun's arc of fire, so I'm moving slightly up and down between the two, so the AI never really gets a good chance to get a shot off. It's on veteran level I think for this mission, so then I just shoot its engines and down it goes. Simple. Next up we have the A-20G, arguably the easiest bomber you can destroy. So its arcs of fire, it's got its turret mounted gun that faces to the rear and up. It can't hit you if you're flying underneath. But of course, being a turret, it can swivel, so it can engage you to the sides as well, and a little bit in the vertical. And then you've got its front mounted cannons. Again, if you're underneath this aircraft, it cannot harm you in a Warbird. Easy peasy. So looking at those arcs from above, there's this turret that is out to the sides and to the rear, and then it's got its cannons at the front. Again, if you stay below it, the Havoc or the Boston is the RAF note, it can't damage you, and I'll demonstrate that now in my trusty 190. So I found a lonely little Boston. I'm flying up underneath him, just building some speed and approaching from underneath, and it will pop up in a little bit so you can see how he fires back. But where I am right now, there's nothing that aircraft can do to attack me. I'm just going to keep closing in, closing in, closing in, and then absolutely wrestling him with the cannon and machine gun. So just building up, so I'll pop up a little bit. The rear gunner should be able to see me a little bit now. So it'll just pop up so you can see, that's what the gunner can see. I've just a little tickle with the guns there. So the gunner's shooting back, so immediately just dive down below his line of sight, and then you're free to engage at very close range. So you can see how close I can get on the A-20, and then just rip it apart at close range without even getting a shot off me. As long as you stay below, they are a piece of cake to take down. Next up, we have the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress. Now this thing is bristling with weapons. You have the rear mounted machine guns. You have machine guns on the sides, left and right in the middle. You have a turret, or rather a ball turret on the bottom, ball turret on the top, and then you have a turret in the front and machine guns on the front as well. It is absolutely lethal. However, it is fairly easy to take down as well. So let's cover the top view as well, and I'll just put in all the arcs of fire that we get from the top view, and then I'm going to discuss and demonstrate how we can absolutely batter a B-17 again with a 109 or with a 190 using its little rockets that you can carry. It's a treat, so let's get cracking. Taking down a B-17 on your own can be quite difficult, but in the Focke-Wulf 190 you can use the 21cm Werfengranat rockets, which I have mounted here. So it's two rockets that do catastrophic damage to bombers and bomber formations. So I'm flying underneath, so only the ball turret at the bottom can see. He's trying to lead me a little bit there as I'm climbing up. Now he's on veteran, so he should be firing a bit more than that. So I fired my first granat rocket, Fired my second one and it's done catastrophic damage. Pilot dead, co-pilot dead, ball gunner dead, and rear gunner dead, which means I can just strafe through that formation, or strafe through the bomber rather. Now, let's say you don't have those really powerful rockets to engage the bomber. Best tactic for a 109 or a 190, if you don't have those rockets, is to come in from below the B-17. Now, they've only got the the bottom ball turret to look at you, so as long as you keep manoeuvring. So I'm in a climb here, so that gunner's going to track me. I'm going to fire a few shots as I go up, try and take an engine, fire a few shots, and then I'm going to start strafing all across that wing and then dive out and away. So I've done some damage to the left wing there, so the bomber's already in a bit of trouble, but I've manoeuvred away. So I've pulled up, done the damage, pull away. You've got the speed, you've got the manoeuvrability, you've got the energy, so then you break back down in towards it. So we can see the bomber, give him a bit of lead, flying towards. As soon as you see tracers, get ready to manoeuvre, and then we're going to strafe down along that wing route again. So we're aiming for the wings, not for the actual centre of the aircraft itself. So that's both left wings gone. I nearly hit the bomber there, it was too close. So both the left side's gone, it's lost its rudder, that bomber's not going anywhere. So manoeuvrability and strafing the engine. So if you can, strafe across the wings itself, but don't sit behind. There we go, they're popping the chutes now. Never sit behind a bomber, because all that's going to happen is you'll get destroyed by the rear gunners. So always manoeuvre in and out, in and out, in and out. As with anything in DCS, practice makes perfect, so you're going to have to practice for a while. Not only with your marksmanship, but also your tactics. So in the example here, I do what most people do when they first come up bombers, is they just sit behind it, plinking away, hitting the engines, getting a bit of fuel leakage there, but sitting far behind for far too long. So their gunners are getting shots off at me. So you fire in, you break off, then you have a little look over, right, where's the bomber going? He's still in the left-hand turn, so you bank in towards. But again, there's no real tactics here, it's just someone hungry for the kill. So flying in again, not giving it any sort of deflection shooting, coming in from the side where the guns can't hit you. So I've settled right back in behind it, and you can see his gun shooting at me. Now, I can get shots off of him, I've got the right size for the wing route, etc. for the Ju-88, but I'm sitting here and I'm taking shots from him, which puts me at risk. I'm not using my manoeuvrability, and there's a big hit on the engine. Yep, I've got him, but I'm also in a lot of trouble. So at this point, yes, we've got the kill on the bomber, however, I'm out the fight. So I can't do much more except try and return to base. I'm useless if there's more bombers coming in, so it's just a complete waste of time. So those tactics there sitting behind, it ain't going to work. You're going to have to practice different tactics to destroy those bombers. Now, if we compare the tactics from that last one to the Warbird's mission a few weeks back on the Tactical DCS servers, there's 8 bombers here, so I go for the lead ones. I come in at an oblique angle from the side against the Ju-88. Now I fire. Now I missed them, but that's a tough angle to shoot at, but I didn't take any shots as I manoeuvred through. I'm then going to bank up and over. Snowman's engaging in as well, so the gunners are all split apart, aiming for him because I'm not in their line of sight at the moment. So I'm going to dive back in, I'm going to choose the bomber on the left hand side, I'm going to roll in behind, engage from range, try and pick those engines, engage again, engage, see the engines are on fire, and then break. There's no point being here anymore, get away from the fight, dive down and away. Look up and over my shoulder, plan, where am I coming in? There's Snowman above me, I'm telling him that I'm below, I'm going to pass underneath, and then I'm going to roll back in. One bomber's already at the fight, the other bomber formation's to my right, so I'm going to dive in towards the 3 lead ones, constantly moving. So we're rolling in from the side again, taking no shots on the way in because the gunners can't get their guns round to see me. I'm giving them a bit of lead, firing at range, hits on the trailer, and then now we're taking a bit of shots, so I'm down and manoeuvring away. Snowman's then going to roll in as well, and then I'm going to come down, off to the right, the guns can't get me. Pulling up and back into the formation, choosing my target as I go up, so this time we're going to go for the right, we're rolling up, guns fire as I pass up, hits on the right engine, roll away. No need to stay behind getting shot by 3 times bottom gunners, 3 times top gunners. So you break away, back in. So it's an example of how to engage a bomber formation. Now yeah, they're still flying on, they've travelled a fair distance, but there's 2 of us against 8 of them. So rolling back in, Snowman has just done a strafing run across two of them. He's absolutely destroyed the two rear of that formation, and they are now breaking away. So I'm back in on the lead flight. Now I know the one on the right is heavily damaged. I can see the smoke coming out. So again, I'm coming in from the bottom right. He's breaking away now. Snowman's finished him off. We've now got 2 when there were 4 in that front group. In fact, we've now got 4 when there were 8. So again, firing away at the rear one, firing away. Sitting behind for too long here, but I think the gunner might be dead in the rear. So I'm trying to strafe the front. Again, manoeuvring around the tail. They can't shoot past the tails. In too close there, but break away at the last minute. Look back over my shoulder. We've now got 2 in the front group, and then I think just 1 left in the rear group. So 2 Spitfires against 8 bombers, and we do fairly well to split up that raid with simple tactics. Hope this video has helped you think about some of the tactics you can use to destroy the bombers in DCS, because as a fighter with the Channel and Normandy maps, there's some great missions out there. And of course at Tactical DCS we have our own dynamic Warbirds mission that is almost complete, not long now. Thank you very much for watching the video. As always, please don't forget to click like and subscribe, show your love for the video. Don't forget to come and join us as well at Tactical DCS. We've got mentors, instructors, and just everyone's pretty cool there. We can help out and get you started in whatever modules you want. We've got official training courses, and we've also got people who are just available to ask any questions at any time of the day. We're a global community. It'd be great to have you along. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, Tactical Pascale out.